excited, and then they opened the door. It was so close to being a Claire-free episode, a rarity in this show. And then, within the last 8 minutes or so, the door swung open, and there was the princess herself. They almost made history, but oh well. That was still probably the least amount of screen time she's had since mid-season 1. So, this was technically the 3rd episode of the newer string of episodes, though we're still in season 4. To be completely honest, I did not watch the entirety of the 2nd episode and was distracted throughout the 1st episode. I just couldn't get into it. This episode, however, was much more entertaining. I'm not quite sure if I like the Emma storyline that is emerging, but it's not a bad idea. I'm just not comfortable with it. The good guy going evil has always been an interesting plot device, but I think it would be more interesting if it was a character that we actually knew more about. It's hard to explain this, but it almost seems random. But I didn't see the last episode, so my knowledge is probably a little faulty. HRG and Partonen teamed up again, which was definitely nice to see, but it seems somewhat redundant. HRG is keeping secrets, Claire's angry. We've seen this so many times in the show, and I'm honestly sick of it. Oddly enough, the Mohinder, Hero, and Ando storyline was my favorite part of the episode. Hero is far from my favorite character, though he used to rank in the top 5. But this was an enjoyable episode for him. I love the references throughout the episode, though they do get kind of annoying at some points. And I just thought he and Ando did a great job. I was also pleased with Mohinder being around again. The majority of fans dislike the character. I do see where they're coming from, because like the HRG Claire storyline, he can get a bit redundant, but I thought this was an episode of comic relief for him. Mohinder has been kept on the down low, no longer shoved in our faces with the same story. It's a bit of a refreshing change, and I'm just glad he's back. To be honest, the preview for next week was actually the highlight of the episode. I can already see the shippers going crazy due to Skylar-Claire scenes, and Adam and Ro is coming back. Woohoo! Pardon this lame fangirl moment. Heroes is sort of hit and miss for me, to be honest. I'm trying to stay routinely interested, but the season is certainly shaping out to be second best overall. However, I keep getting distracted, hence the lack of episode reviews. Between Lost, Doctor Who, Supernatural, and Primeval, my television tastes are being spread rather thin. I'm trying to get back into the series, though. Hopefully the break will be a nice refresher. But the plot doesn't seem to be moving towards a particular climax. There's tons of moving forward, lots of character development in a sense, but nothing overall. I can't really explain it properly. On an ending note, and not exactly Heroes related, out of curiosity, did anyone watch the Doctor Who special, The End of Time? It premiered Christmas and New Year's Day on the BBC, and I think BBC America aired it the next day. I won't reveal any spoilers, but I personally thought it was okay. I thought that David Tennant was absolutely brilliant at playing the Doctor throughout his entire series, but I was actually more interested in seeing Matt Smith in the brief 30-some seconds than I was anything else in the episode. I liked seeing the return to some of the companions, though. I thought Waters of Mars was a lot better, to be honest. However, the second part of Ends of Time was definitely a lot better than the first half.